How do you feel bullpenning has affected some of these managerial decisions in this World Series?
Okay, so I obviously like the bullpen guys, and I like when bullpen guys get their time on the field in big games. But to me, the bullpenning has been kind of like blown out of proportion here. I think that the analytics side is telling people to bullpen, and the bullpens are doing terrible. So maybe that means the analytics are going to be done, right, Dave Ross?
Right. I'm with you, Commish. Preach.
I'm just saying, like, it's just amazing because I get it. Some analytics are needed for baseball, but I think at this time of the year, especially when the bullpens for both teams have failed, why use the analytics to go to your bullpen so early instead of using your starter to get deeper in the game? What say you, Tyler?
Well, Danny Graves, with all due respect.
I know what that means.
I understand what you're saying about the bullpens being overused. However, data has gotten the Dodgers and the Astros to this point on the precipice of winning a World Series. And in the case of Dave Roberts, I will trust that data because that data has proven over 160-plus games now into the postseason that the Dodgers have a tremendous bullpen. However, if I'm A.J. Hinch, I can understand maybe not believing that data because Brad Peacock, Lance McCullers, even Justin Verlander, he's having to use starters in a bullpen role because the data from the regular season tells us that guys like Ken Giles aren't very good, that Chris Davinsky pitched over his shoes, that you can't trust some of these guys. That's what the data tells me. That's what my eyes also tell me. The bottom line here, Danny Graves, Dave Ross, with all due respect, is every managerial decision since the beginning of baseball has started with data. We just have more now. It used to be batting average, ERA, and strikeouts. Every decision's been made by numbers over the course of history of baseball. We just have more at our disposal now.
Did you need data to tell you that Ken Giles sucks? You needed data for that?
No, I don't need data for that.
Watch him.
No, I don't need data for that.
How well is that data working for the Oakland A's? I don't know.
They invented it.
They're the ones that started it, right?
Right, they started the whole thing.
Would the Oakland A's ever imagined being a team that could win 20 games in a row back in the 2000s, gone to multiple pennants, gone to multiple postseasons, I should say, without trusting that data that Billy Beane used? They have like a $15 million payroll. Danny Graves, your house is worth more than their payroll, for crying out loud. That's why they stink.
That's true.
It's not because of the data, it's because of the resources.
So good, they should be able to go out and get players at whatever price. It doesn't matter what their payroll is. If their data is so good, they should be able to go out and win anyways, right?
I think that's a little bit of a stretch in a game where we see the Dodgers with a 200-plus payroll, the Yankees with a 200-plus payroll, the Red Sox with a 200-plus payroll, the Cubs with their 150-plus payroll. These are the postseason teams. You have to find the good players with the data and then have the resources to invest in them. And the Dodgers have done that, especially in their bullpen. Although Morrow has been overused.
Yes.
Morrow's been overused.
Like they're killing these bullpens, Tyler, because of your data. That's what's happening.
Yes.
They're going to them too much.
No.
Yes.
Dave Roberts' decision to pitch Brendan Morrow was strictly on his instinct. He told us before the game.
No. Brandon Morrow called him from the bullpen and said, I'm good to go. But you know what? Dave Roberts should not have thrown his pitcher under the bus and worried more about the health of his pitcher instead of worrying about data saying that he's been so good.
Yes, but data also said Brendan Morrow hasn't pitched 3 consecutive days or 5 and 6. He should have trusted that data and said, I'm sorry, my instinct, Brandon, tells me, I know you want to pitch, I know you want to be a gamer, and we love gamers in baseball, especially in October.
His instinct should have told him that, but he went with data on how good Brandon Morrow has been.
He went with the instinct to trust Brandon Morrow, to trust his player instead of.
How did that data work when he took out Rich Hill in Game 2 after 4 innings of domination?
I agree. You shouldn't have done that. I don't know if that was a data-driven decision, but I want to see Rich Hill. I agree with you. I want to see Rich Hill go farther in the start. But if I'm Dave Roberts, I'm going to trust my bullpen because my bullpen is my best asset outside of Clayton Kershaw or Yu Darvish giving me 7 or 8 innings. I know it's failed him to this point, but you have to trust it because it's gotten him to this point.
Do you know how much he's trusting his bullpen tonight and tomorrow if there's tomorrow? Well, Alex Wood is in the bullpen tonight, and so is Clayton Kershaw. Both of those guys will pitch tonight if it's do or die. That's how much he trusts his bullpen right now in that data.
Data drives winners.
I love this conversation. It could go on and on and on. Follow us on Twitter.
Data wasn't around when Dave Ross was born in 1888.
They had batting averages in 1888.
We did not have that back then,
They had ERAs in 1888. With all respect,
Oh, there's
gentlemen.
no respect shown
They
here by
also
you,
had
Tyler
4
Jacobs.
strikes and you're out.